my second semester marine project, I chose to compare 3 lighthouses. I visited Point Reyes Lighthouse, Point Bonita Lighthouse, and Pigeon Point Lighthouse. Point Reyes Lighthouse is located in Inverness, California. The lighthouse has a beautiful overlook out to Point Reyes National Seashore. The lighthouse was built in 1870, and I had to walk down 313 steps to reach the actual lighthouse. The first thing I noticed was the warning light that flashed a bright light every 5 seconds and beamed over the ocean. The door to get inside the lighthouse was locked off because it only allowed access to the keepers of the lighthouse. When talking to the guides here, I learned about the restoration project in 2018 to help the tower's glass iron and plexiglass windows that have weakened and rusted over the years. Next to the lighthouse was the mechanic room, an area that the keeper would work in. Inside this area was the fog, signals, air compressors, and generators that warned the mariners of Point Reyes. The more modern way that this lighthouse is equipped for navigation is with the automated beacon and GPS, which I got to see pictures of. I also learned about the keeper's life and saw the desk area that they would spend most of their time working in. On the way back up from the lighthouse was a California gray whale school. In the visitor center, I learned about whale population trends, conservation measures, and the food web in the water surrounding Point Reyes. I also saw information on the history of the Friends of Light and letters from the keepers that worked there over many of the years. Next, I visited the Point Bonita Lighthouse near the Marin Headlands. The lighthouse had a great view of Golden Gate Bridge, Bonita Cove, in the bay. This lighthouse was built in 1855. Crossing the suspension bridge can be scary sometimes because of windy weather conditions and is often closed. Point Bonita was the third lighthouse built on the west coast on a ridge about 300 feet high. When I walked inside the lighthouse, they had many informational pictures along the wall talking about the history of the lighthouse. I learned about the marine mammals of the North Pacific and which ones travel here the most, and how cannons, bells, whistles, sirens, and horns are specific to Point Bonita. The steps to go up to where the actual Friends of Light is located was blocked off by a rope. Through this poster, I learned about the methods and ways that ships enter the bay safely and are guided with the lighthouse. They use a VTS range and follow the traffic routing system. When looking out to the ocean, one of the guides at the lighthouse told me about the potato patch, which I had heard before but never seen. It is a shoal that forms and breaks at low tides, but it looks like a very big wave that is even surfable. Lastly, I visited Pigeon Point Lighthouse, which is near Half Moon Bay. It was built in 1871 and was originally named Whale Point, but later gained its name as Pigeon Point after the shipwreck of the carrier Pigeon. The lighthouse itself was blocked off, but I was able to learn a lot about it from the information that was written alongside of it. This lens was manufactured in France and weighs about 4 tons. The environment around the lighthouse was very colorful and beautiful, with tons of oxalis sourgrass flowers. At this location, people can also stay the night, so I noticed a retreat going on inside the building next door. There was a sign stating that the U.S. donated this land to the California Department of Parks and Recreation in order to educate others and help with cultural and historical preservation. Unfortunately, this lighthouse is actively deteriorating from its structural decay and will need renovation in the next few years. The deck or whale watching area had a great view, and I learned about the gray whales that passed from Baja California to Alaska while bringing their calves into the bay south of the lighthouse. They are generally spotted during summer and the fall, but they will often splash their tails and leap out of the waters for visitors to spot them.